0264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Money's coming to me.
And welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Well, today we are seeing a real rotation in the stock market. And it's not good. But yet, nobody's talking about it. They don't want to talk about it because they don't want to bring it to your attention. We are seeing now, if you recall, a few weeks ago, we saw the big tech stocks getting hammered. Your Google, your Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, Netflix, all getting hammered. And the bank stocks were going up. Why? Because we had our long-term rates, the rates that the government gives you when you want to borrow money, called treasuries. Those rates kept on going higher and higher and higher, which makes sense because we have inflation. So as the 10-year treasury yield kept going up, all the big tech stocks kept going down. And then all of a sudden, there's a rotation. You start seeing the big tech, you start seeing the 10-year treasury coming back down. Wait a minute. It just went up. Why? Because of inflation. We're printing all this money. It's not going anywhere where it's productive. We just keep printing it. So we keep on buying 10-year treasury, so we keep on keeping interest rates down. Not related to productivity at all. Anytime you replace productivity, producing goods, you replace that with more spending, more printing, more spending, your nation doesn't do well. And the 10-year treasury tells you that. The good thing about the 10-year treasury always tells you how your country is doing, how the economy is doing. When treasury yields are going up, it's telling you the economy is doing well. But when the treasury yields are going down, it's telling you a red flag. So how can we be hearing every day we keep hearing from these fakes and all these financial business networks how great the economy is. Everything's terrific. There's nothing like it. We're going to have 6 to 8%. This is, just crazy. We're not going to have 6 to 8% on an annualized basis. I mean, it's just so ridiculous what they're telling us. That this economy is terrific, that we're taking off, we're going to have an annualized GDP of 6 to 8%. Yet, you take a look at what's going on, at all this printing of money, they're destroying the economy totally. But the point is, if the economy was doing well, the 10-year treasury yield would be going up, not down. We wouldn't be going from 172 basis points down to 145 basis points. No. If the economy's doing well, you always take a look at the 10-year treasury. It always tells you the truth. It used to, until they manipulated it. That's the other thing. The one place we could look to get the truth, so you don't have to listen to any of these gas bags, these jibber jabbers on CNBC and Fox Business and Bloomberg's and the rest of them. You could always go and look at the 10-year treasury. If that 10-year treasury yield was increasing, the economy was doing good. If it was coming back, it was dropping, contracting, problem with the economy. But now they're telling us that the yield's coming back from 1.72 to 1.47, 147 basis point from 172, and they say, oh, the economy's terrific. Wait a minute, you just told us the opposite. You just told us the interest rates were going up, the yield on a 10-year treasury is going up because everything's fine. And our inflation is just 2%. Well, isn't it funny? Yesterday we get the inflation number, and it's ridiculous. It comes in 50% higher than they estimated it. But yet, the 10-year treasury yield is dropping. So how could you have the inflation number come in 50% higher than they estimated, but at the same time, the 10-year treasury yield going down? That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. So this is a complete manipulation of the 10-year treasury yield. So what they've taken away from the consumer or the investor is a gauge that was so helpful. So many investors would just sit there and they would always track the 10-year treasury yield, and they'd always know what investments to make or not make. Hey, I'll get into the market. I won't get into the market. I'll add more to the market. They just simply look at the 10-year treasury. They track it. And when it was going up, the economy's great, I'm going to put more money in my business. It's just not traders we're talking about here. We're talking about businessmen. And their businessmen, they don't know what to do right now. They're confused because of the manipulation of this 10-year treasury yield, being manipulated. So any businessman thinking he's going to add on to his business, he's going to go to the bank and borrow some money, go into debt, he's going to look and say, wait a minute, what's going on here? Every time I listen to the fake business news networks, they're telling us how great the economy is. Everything's booming. But yet, I see the 10-year treasury yield going from 172 basis points down to 142 basis points. That means the economy's not doing well. So do I invest or not invest? See, there lies the problem. And you have all these small businesses across this country. They don't have an honest Congress. They don't have an honest Federal Reserve, and now they don't have an honest 10-year treasury yield to guide them. You just don't go to the bank and borrow money and sink it into a business unless you know what the economy's doing. And the best way for years, for over 100 years, look at your 10-year treasury yield. If it's going up, everything's going good. If it's going down, it's not. Now it's going down. They're telling us everything's the best it's ever been. Everything's the best it's been with the 10-year treasury yield going down. Isn't that something? It just makes you sick. Inflation transitory? How could inflation be transitory when we just got those numbers? We're showing that the inflation number came in hotter than they expected by 50%, not 0.2%, not 0.1%, but by 50%. What are you, nuts? Powell is the chairman of the largest financial terrorist organization in the world called the Federal Reserve. It's no more federal than Federal Express, and they have nothing in reserve. He thinks we sit on the longest and the stupid bench ever. Then he takes parking space in our heads because he thinks we sit on a stupid bench, claiming inflation is temporary. When at the same time, we see that the numbers are coming in 50% higher than expectations, but then they point to the 10-year treasury yield. Oh, no, don't believe that. Look at 10-year treasury yield. Look at 10-year treasury yield. It's going down. Everything's fine. No. It's supposed to be going up to be fine. After all this inflation, and all this inflation, think about what's going on with this inflation. Look at the gas prices, meat prices, everything you go shopping. Look at the inflation. It's all due because of money printing. They decided to get rid of productivity. They said, let's not produce goods anymore. Let's just produce money and spend it. We're going to end up just like Venezuela if this keeps going on. This is out of control. So you got to be in the right stocks, in the right sector, so that you can protect yourself and that you can benefit from this insanity, or you're going to be in poverty. Be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
How do you see a 5% CPI number and a positive stock market and a strong 10-year Treasury all on the same day? If you'd asked us a year ago if that could happen, we would have said no.
It's called manipulation. That's exactly what I was talking about before the break. You got the stock market going up, right? But you got yields going down. And then you got the inflation coming in 50% hotter than they estimated. That's insane. You talk about, it's all manipulation. Listen, they are manipulating that 10-year Treasury yield. They're trying to beat it down as hard as they can. Because he's scared to death. Powell is scared to death that these rates keep going up. That means the interest we are paying on a national debt, 2.2%, will hit 2.5%, and we go into a major crash. That's what he's worried about. They are manipulating this inflation, this number. Now, if you don't think they would manipulate this number, are you kidding me? Then let's go back and look at their history. These people love inflating or manipulating rates. So here we are. Let's talk about 2003. Jamie Dimon colluded. Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan. He colluded with Deutsche Bank, Barclays, Citi, Bank of Scotland, bunch of others, and they turned around. And they made sure that the LIBOR rate, and remember, the LIBOR rate is like the benchmark. It's the most influential benchmark interest rate ever. The LIBOR. Everybody depends on everybody in the world. They post their interest rates to the LIBOR rate. Example: if I'm going to buy a building for $20 million and I go to Goldman Sachs, I get a loan. I tell them I want you to post my interest. I want it to float with the LIBOR rate. Because it used to be an honest rate. Oh, no, not Diamond. They got together and they manipulated it. They started to manipulate it in 2003. They got caught in 2012. Did anything happen to them? Nothing. They made billions of dollars manipulating it. And that means all around the world, every mortgage, every corporate funding, every derivative trade, they made a windfall profit. Windfall profit by manipulating the LIBOR rate. Anything happened to him? Nothing. Another example. Same Jamie Dimon, the gangster, the financial terrorist of JP Morgan. He ordered his two prominent currency traders to manipulate the WMR euro fixed rate just minutes before the market closed. He put in an order of 105 million shares to purchase the euro just minutes before, and he had his guys manipulate the rate, the WMR euro fixed rate. So you don't think he's out here manipulating the yields on the 10-year Treasury? He's not manipulating Treasury rates? Of course he is. That is why it's so important when you're investing in the market to just follow the money. You have 11 sectors in the stock market. Break down those sectors. Just stay with the three most important sectors where all the money goes. Not all, but the majority of the money goes. In other words, the banks, 401k money, insurance companies, hedge fund money. You want to follow where that money is going and what sectors. And you buy the sectors and then you sell short the ones that they're not putting money in. Now think what they've done. They manipulated the big tech stocks. They've taken the money out of the bank stocks. Why? And this is another thing you need to know. Has your broker, has your planner, has anybody called you with your 401k and say, look, we better adjust your portfolio. We better take your bank stocks. This is what I do with my members last week. Take money out of the bank stocks because those are going to drop because they're artificially pushing the 10-year Treasury yield down. So that means banks make less money. So we're going to rotate out of the bank stocks, but we're going to still stay in them and short them. Instead of buying them, we're going to short them. At the same time, we're going to turn around and we're going to go back into the tech stocks. We're going to go back into tech stocks. So we'll rotate out of the bank stocks and we'll rotate back into the tech stocks. And I had them do that this week. So the bank stocks, we made money on the way up, did beautiful. Now we're making money on the way down. All you had to do is think about it. We got into the bank stocks. I'll give you the ETF, the basket of the banks. I love the ETFs because it's a beautiful thing. ETFs are a great idea because you take all those stocks, bank stocks, and put them in one basket and you watch the basket. So the basket turned green around $31. And it around $38 is still green, but we got a signal that money was flowing out of it. So we had a 22% gain. Now remember, I'm not saying every gang member got 22% gain. What I'm telling you is they knew the stock, they knew the banks. They had a 22% profit center. Some got in where the stock was up. Maybe they got in at $30. Somebody else got at $31. Maybe another gang member at $33. It doesn't matter because what I teach my gang members is each stock is like a business. Each stock is a separate profit center. And each stock, all you have to do out of a whole month, an entire month, make a 5% return. Just buying. Never mind selling short. Just buying. You know, that's a 60% return at the end of the year. So you sit there with your 5-6 stocks, the most popular stocks that everybody's in, and you wait till the buy signals come in, and you buy. And then when the sell signal comes in, tells you to get rid of it, you sell it, and then turn your position so you're selling short, making money as it goes down. But just think about it. So the banks, we had a beautiful profit in the banks. And again, the key is don't try to make the full 20% or 30%. Just all you have to do is make 5% out of the whole month. Just need 5% gain. You can't do that? Then double it by selling it short. More when I come back. Please help St. Jude when you're making money.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. For the best insight in both the stock market and the economy, turn to the Phil's Gang YouTube channel, where each weekday at 3 p.m. Eastern, you get to listen to my Phil's Gang radio show, where you get the best information both on stocks and the economy. And each Friday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, you get the new segment of my popular Market Crash Unfolding, where I detail the weekly events that are leading us up to the next crash. Both Phil's Gang radio show and Market Crash Unfolding on Phil's Gang YouTube channel. And that's it, YouTube channel. Go to philsgang.com, and where you see Working Investor, click, and you get 10 days. My color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to add to your position, tells you when to take some profits, and it tells you when to run like hell. But it also tells you want to make some money with the stock going down, click the button, and you're going to make money as it goes down, called shorting. Wall Street has been deceiving you for years, telling you not to short stocks. It's dangerous. That's a deception. That's a lie. Because they don't make money when you say sell a stock short. When you say sell a stock short, how do they make money? They don't make money. They only make money if you buy stocks. And it's so easy to do. Think about it. All you have to do, if you see is, if my color-coded chart's telling you, I'll give you an example. Great example. We purchased Caterpillar. So Caterpillar turned green around February 10th, between February 10th and the 12th. And that was right around, I'll give you an average, that was around $199, say $200. And then it turned red. It turned red just before. Well, actually, it turned yellow, warning us on let's see, what date was that? It turned yellow on around, what was it, February? Let's see, May 26th. It warned us. Turned yellow. It said the institutions that are making this stock go up are pulling money out. Isn't that nice to know? So here we are, Caterpillar, with a 25% gain, and it's telling us, giving us a warning. Do you get that with your 401k? No. Does your broker tell you that? No. Any stock you're in, does anybody help you with that? Tell you, hey, you better know you've got a 25% gain. You got to know they're pulling their money out. And then it turned red. It turned red on June 9th, which meant you should be out of the stock. And then the stock started to drop. But we not only took our position and got out, but we changed it so we're making money on the way down. So here, Caterpillar, we're making 25% on the way up, and so far it's down 10%. Again, I'm not suggesting that every gang member made 25% up and 10% down. Every gang member has a window of opportunity. Every gang member, we present them with a stock that's a profit center. They got to get into that stock while it's green. Some get in early, some get in midway. It doesn't matter. And you don't have to have the 25%. Any stock that we put up, and it is now colored green, which means money is going in from the institutions, it can sustain itself. It'll keep going up, what we call the sweet spot. You just need to get 5%, just 5% of the 25%. If you do that, every month, just once a month, get a 5% return. In the stocks you're observing, and we tell people stay with the same 5 or 6 stocks that are the best stocks, that are the most well-known stocks, that are either part of the Dow 30 or the S&P 100, and just watch those stocks and wait for the pattern to come to you. So if you waited for that pattern, now it turned red. So even if you got, so far it's been going down for 3 days, it's down 10%. So even if you got 5% of it, now on the way down. What's wrong with that? That's how you make money. And it doesn't matter what these gangsters are doing. It doesn't matter if interest rates are going up or interest rates are going down. It doesn't matter if they're turning around and manipulating the LIBOR rate. It doesn't matter. Who cares? It doesn't. It makes no difference. Or they're manipulating the euro, the fixed rate. Doesn't matter. They're manipulating that. Or they're manipulating the 10-year Treasury yield. Doesn't matter. It doesn't. As long as you know which way the money's going, it's that easy. And for 10 days, you'll find that out. It's that easy. What are you, nuts? That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what's going on. You know, money is the lifeblood of our economy, what we call our commerce, our business, what we buy, what we sell. It's the lifeblood. But they've destroyed it. The elitists, the wealthy, they destroyed it. It's unbelievable. By printing too much money, and because they're printing money and there's nothing backing it, for God's sakes. How horrible is that? It's just terrible. Now, here's what they did. Think about these gangsters, these elitists. These wealthy people, the elitists, members of our Congress I'm talking about, members who own the Federal Reserve and control the Federal Reserve, the Wall Street guys, the hedge fund guys, the CEOs, these gangsters got hammered during 2008 financial crisis. Instead of letting the economy go into a recession so we could reset all the inflated values, clean them up, get rid of those inflated values, which would have benefited everybody on Main Street, including them, the wealthy, the working class. It would have benefited the middle class, which is so important. Middle class, which is the backbone of our nation, as they provide the after-tax dollars for small business startups, which is the cornerstone of our nation. It would have helped them too. No, they made a decision to help themselves after the 2008 crash. Unbelievable. They wouldn't let us go into a recession where we would have a great recovery, and it would have been lengthy too. So instead, they wanted to claw back their wealth as fast as they could by rigging the market. Because most of their market, remember, most of their wealth was tied to banks and insurance companies in form of stocks. And they wanted to preserve and then increase quickly the wealth they had remaining, the assets they had remaining, artwork, diamonds, precious metals, rail coins, exotic real estate. Those assets they still had. So they wanted to do is make sure those assets went up quick. See, you didn't have diamonds and precious metals and rare coins and exotic real estate. Yeah, you lost money in the market and it was over. You lost that money. You lost your home. It was gone. Not these guys. They lost money in the stock market, but they still had their assets of artwork and diamonds and precious metals and coins and minerals and exotic real estate and everything else. So the answer for them was, hey, we want to get rich quick. Screw Main Street, so here's what we got to do. Let's create inflation, because it's inflation that moves all those assets up. So think what they did, and they totally buffaloed everybody. They lied to everybody. Bernanke, you should be in jail. The way to do it, they said, is let's replace productivity and increase the money supply and increase spending. Never mind producing goods. The hell with it. Let's produce more money and more spending, more than goods we produce. That means people will be chasing fewer goods with more money. That creates inflation. And the stock market will go up, and they'll lie to everybody and say the stock market is the economy. This is what they did. They screwed everybody, and they made all kinds of money. And they're still making money by manipulating actually manipulating inflation, because they make money in inflation. They don't care that you're on a fixed income of $30,000 a year. What do they care? It's unbelievable. But if you have money for stocks, you can beat these guys.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back. Tonight at 7 o'clock, I'll be posting, as I do each Friday, my take on the unfolding of the stock market crash that's coming. And it is coming. All they're doing is expanding the bubble bigger. And they're just taking the ETA and just extending it. So they're extending the ETA and they're expanding the bubble. That's all they're doing. Now think for a moment what's been going on. They've been destroying your life on Main Street. You're going to have nothing to retire with. All they think about every day, I got it since 2008. This is 13 years they've been doing this. This is 2008. I got it. We got to increase inflation. We got to increase inflation so that all of our assets will keep going up in value. And better than that, Congress sitting there and saying, yeah, this is great too, because the more inflation we have, then what will happen is our dollar will go down in value. Screw Main Street. What do we care? What we can do now is our dollar is going down in value, and that means whatever debt we have with China is going down. This is terrific. Really? All this monetization of debt where they print money to it's zero, and they come in and they buy all these treasuries, keep interest rates at zero. Then they go in and they buy all the debt of the corporations. They buy all the debt of the nation. For what purpose? So they could go and increase their debt further. Corporate debt. They've been doing this for 13 years. Right now, we have historic debt. And we have historic corporate debt. And I have to laugh. I'm listening to them the other day on CNBC talking about how great the consumer's doing, how great the consumer's doing. He's saddled with historic household debt. $15 trillion, which includes their credit cards, their automobiles, their student loans, and their mortgages. $15 trillion. He's choking with it. You can't grow an economy on debt. But see, what they know is they can grow a stock market and take advantage of it. And they're going to be out of the market right before it crashes. That's all they think about. They don't care about Main Street. They know you take your 401k, you throw it in a drawer. They know you don't pay any attention to it. You just watch all these fake business news networks, and you say, boy, I must be getting rich. Every day I hear that market's making a new high, market's making a new high. And they're coming in the back end and screwing you to death. They're stealing from you. Every dollar in your wallet, they're stealing the value from it. So they're getting rich. The manipulation is unbelievable. So what do? Make sure you're in the right stocks. That's all. Just follow 5-6 stocks. Like what we've been doing. I've had all my members going into the REITs because if they're trying to drive those yields down, 10-year Treasury yields down, and pushing inflation, which is screwing Main Street, what will go up are the REITs. All the real estate trusts, all those stocks will go up. And look, our REITs turned green in March 24th, and here we are today, June 11th. It's still going up. Still, we got about a 20% return, something like that. But again, I'm not saying every gang member made 20%. What I'm saying, the gang knows they had a profit center. They knew that VNQ, the ETF for the REITs, was a profit center. Now, if they only took 5%, think about this. If my members just got in and they didn't get in at the bottom, when it was low, let's say they didn't get it at $90, and they didn't get in, and they let's say they got just 5% of it, just 5%, that's all they need. Every month, if their goal is just 5%, that's 60% return. That's just buying. That's not talking about selling short. Are you nuts? So while we're sitting here and buying the REITs, we're going to sit there and we're going to be selling the banks. Selling the banks. See, that's why you got to know how to sell a stock short. That's the beauty of it. You don't want to be in one position. You don't want to be just always have to buy. Imagine you only could buy, you can't sell. That's like having a car. You only can go forward, but you can't go to reverse. This is totally stupid. Productivity is everything. We talk about it every day, but they don't care about productivity. The guys that run our economy, run Wall Street, run everything, run our Congress, own our Congress, bribes them. They don't want productivity. They can't make fortunes with productivity. The only people that benefit from the productivity is the worker. Because the more he produces, hopefully his employer gives him a bigger wage. Now, it used to be that everybody would say, let's all work for productivity. Because everybody would gain. The very, very wealthy would gain. The guy on the Main Street would gain. The middle class would gain. The more we produce, the more wages go up, the more savings, the more investments, and the more our economy grows. But after 2008, they said, we don't have to go through all that. What do we care about the economy? What do we care about them? Let's just grow the stock market. Let's just grow our assets by making sure we have inflation, putting our assets up. We don't need profits anymore to move our asset prices up. Why struggle for profits? Why work hard at your factory and come up with new products and make sure those new products are better and cheaper and more quality than any other product than China? Because the product is better, we're going to have more customers, make more money. We can raise wages for everybody. We can give people more benefits. No, they don't think like that. Those guys that you see every morning on these business shows, and the host and their guests, they don't give a damn about you. So you got to take it by the bull by the horns. You're going to have to retire someday. What, are you going to retire with Social Security? You think you're going to retire with a 401k? You think there's going to be anything left in that 401k? You better go look up and see what the founder said about the 401k. Go see what the founder said. Look it up. Google it up. What did the founder of the 401k say about his own product? He said it's the worst product ever. It's unbelievable. Our trade deficit, they don't care about that. When the government prints money and gives it to those who are not employed to then go spend, right? They call that economic growth. No, it's not economic growth. It's welfare. But they now call it economic growth. So everybody who stays at home and they get a check from the government no longer is it considered welfare. Just like with food stamps. Remember they took the food stamps away? They didn't want people to feel bad, and they give them a credit card? They gave them a credit card so they wouldn't feel bad. No more would they have those yellow stamps. Now they give them a credit card. Now what they're doing, no longer call this money you give people who don't work, call it welfare. It's no longer welfare. No longer welfare. It's economic growth. Oh. Listen to this. You want to talk about how bad these fake business news networks are? Listen to how they contradict themselves. This was the same day.
I think our collective view here is that what we're seeing by way of inflation and price pressure is more transitory than it is permanent.
Yeah, I mean, we're really going to trust Goldman Sachs, right? Yeah, we'll trust them. Now listen to this. Same show, same day, same host.
We're discussing now a cyclical rise in goods prices. And is it lasting a quarter, 2 quarters, or maybe 2 years? And I think this is going to be longer lasting, therefore not transitory.
So he says it's not transitory, that guest. The same guest, another guest comes on, same show, says it's transitory. That's why you don't listen to them. You follow the money in the stock market. Pick your group you want to be in. You want to be in oil? You want to be in semiconductors? You want to be in restaurant stocks? You want to be healthcare stocks? Pick the best 5. And then all you do is follow the money. Very easy. I'm the only one that I don't see anybody else with charts like mine. I hope not. They're patented. And my charts tell you. We go from red to green. And then at times, before it turns red, it even gives us a heads up with yellow, for God's sakes. Then it goes back to green. And you're going to find with that same ease that you're buying a stock. My goal is to get every one of my members get so comfortable, and with the same ease they buy a stock, they're going to be able to sell a stock short. You got to learn how to sell a stock short. That's your insurance policy. You're telling me that there's no more crashes? That everything's okay because the yields went down in the last week? Don't trust them. Trust the money flow. As long as you got a chart to track it properly, sign up, philsgang.com. 10 days free. Working Investor Group. See you in the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.